Hello everybody, this is Charlene, and today marks the beginning of Memorial Day weekend. I can't believe we're already almost 6 months into 2024, but it also marks the day when I have to get in and get my garden cleaned up. So I've already been doing some gardening stuff, as you all can see, but now I need to get the garden cleaned up and prepped to receive the tomatoes, the eggplants, the peppers, all those things that I like to, the cucumbers I like to grow during the summer. So I'm going to show you all what it looks like now. Bear with me, be gentle, be kind. Here we go. I use grow bags. As you can see, the grow bags have a lot of moss on them and weeds growing out of them. I need to get those cleaned up and cleared out. I have some debris hanging around. I have my seeds that I started with my peppers and my eggplant and my tomatoes, which I'm very excited about. They're coming up and looking good. Kind of get in close so you can see them. So I'll show you all how these look throughout the growing season. So as we go along, but I have some cool weather vegetables. I have some rutabaga that are ready to come up. The shoulders look good, so I'm going to pull those today. The kohlrabi didn't, they didn't root up like I wanted to. Maybe I'll try them again next year. I probably started them a little bit too late this year. I haven't minded these weeds sitting here, partly because they're feeding some of the pollinators, but they need to go. And this is my cilantro plant that always goes to seed, and I just accept the fact that it bolts because it gets too hot too fast where I live. I just let it go to flower. It's great for the pollinators, and then it goes to seed, and I collect the coriander seeds and I cook those, and then it dies back. And this is actually a coriander or cilantro plant that overwintered. It came back, or it self-seeded, and it came back, so I just left it there. So this is a free plant. And then there's my lemon balm. That's gonna stay. But anyways, so I have some things I have to clean up and get rid of. As you can see, I have a lot of work I have to get done. It was already 80 degrees at 10 o'clock this morning. It's about 12 o'clock. So I have fed myself, I've hydrated myself, and I've mentally pumped myself up for this. These bags are heavier than they look. So I gotta remember when I put the soil back in to not water it until I get them back up here. Because if I water the soil down there, these bags are gonna be even heavier than they are now. So I'll water them when I get them back up here. This part is my least favorite part of gardening, is like the housekeeping, the cleanup. So I could have put this off, but this is like an eat the frog moment. This is the thing I don't want to do, so I'm doing it now. So when I go to bed tonight, I go to bed with my head knowing I did one of my hard things today. So in this one, I just found a huge ant colony. So what I'm going to do is deal with that. I might end up just dumping the whole thing out and just putting all fresh new soil in it rather than topping it off and all that. I think I'm just gonna take this to the far ends of the yard, out of the way, and let the ants live out there somewhere, because ants are beneficial. just don't want them near the house, which this probably explains why I have ants at the house. Whew. Eat the frog. First, I'm going to take a look at these bags and see if they're okay. I noticed a couple of them had holes in them because I had some squirrels who decided to bust holes through my grow bags. That was fun. So I bought some more. I just bought 5. I think this is a pack of 5 off of Amazon. So if there are any that are very holey or really tattered or beat up or in bad shape, I'm not even going to bother to try to clean them. I'm just going to go on ahead and replace them with a new bag. So here you see me pulling weeds out of the bags, and I'm removing all the mulch and taking the first couple of layers of soil out of some of my grow bags, because some of them I ended up getting hit with the squash vine borers last year. So I want to remove any eggs or anything. And then I'm just scraping away the moss off the bag with my hand shovel. This actually comes off really easy when you just scrape it. And then removing the soil, and you'll notice me cutting through the soil. I added some compost, and I'm pulling out any larvae that I see in the grow bags. Since I'm not growing squash early in the year this year, I'm not too worried about if I see larvae. I'm gonna wait until later on in the season to grow my squash so that they're out of their life cycle. And I'm adding some earthworm castings and a handful of plant tone to each of the bags, and then giving them a nice deep watering in for each of these bags. I haven't decided exactly where I'm going to be putting my tomatoes and eggplants and peppers. So what I'm going to do is put cages in all of the bags, so that way I'll be ready. And right here I am mulching in just to kind of help retain some of that moisture, since I'm probably not going to put the plants in for about a week or so. I'll see how I do, but just in case, I'm putting cages into each and every one of the bags just so that they'll be prepped and ready. I'm also going to come in and put in some marigold plants that either seeded themselves or that I started planting earlier in the year. mission is completed. Whew. So here's the after. I am so happy it's finally finished. Finally finished. So these are all of the seedlings that I'm going to give about another week or so to get bigger. And sorry, I had to stop the video. It is the season for loud cars. So these are the seedlings that I am prepping, getting ready to put into all of these grow bags that I prepped today. So the grow bags are ready and waiting. They have fresh soil, or topped off soil, same soil. I just refreshed it, added some amendments, added some compost, some plant tones, fertilizer, and some mulch, watered them in. They are ready. I had these grow bags this is my 4th year using them, and this is the first time I had all of that moss and weeds growing on them and having to do that. So I don't think that's bad. It's not like I have to do this every year, but I think if I just keep them clean and scraped off, I won't have to do that whole rigmarole again. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. It was helpful for me. It held me accountable. It made me do it. On to the next gardening chore, which this, and there were a couple other things. This was probably the gardening chore I was looking forward to the least. So I ate the frog. It's done. So the rest of the way should be more pleasant. But anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Feel free to comment, subscribe, like, tell me what you all think about the grow bags and cleaning them. Do you clean your grow bags? If you have them, how often do you clean them? Have yours been in as bad a shape as mine? How long have yours lasted? This is, like I said, year 4 going on, and they're still going strong. I would highly recommend grow bags. They are great. But let me know. Thanks. Talk to y'all later, and happy Memorial Day.